I just picked up this roll of quarters, and yes, it is all silver. We're going to see if we can finish this album. Stay tuned. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. I'm the collector of coins, and that's right, we have the silver quarter album that we're trying to finish. We need three more, a 49D, a 52S, and a 53S. And I have a roll of silver quarters that I picked up. It's interesting because this is machine wrapped from a precious metal exchange company. I got a decent deal on it, but the question is, did we get what we need? So let's get this aside. Let's get this roll open and let's look for varieties as well. All right, I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna sort them out by decade, and then I'll bring you in to take a look at what we have. I almost forgot to ask, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take this moment to subscribe. Most of my viewers are not yet subscribers, and I really do appreciate your support. So subscribe and like now, and we'll get started. For those of you who've watched my channel, you know that we love seeing this white within a coin roll. Now, we did know ahead of time that this was going to be a roll of silver quarters, and we paid up for it. But we are going to be looking for dates that we need, so we'll get this started. Oh, that sound. Only silver makes that sound. Well, I was expecting to get a lot from 1964, but I wasn't really expecting to get $9 from the 60s. We did get a few earlier, a 39, a 44, a 40, and a 51. We'll check the album. I'm not thinking we're going to get anything in here, but we'll look anyway for any upgrades, and we'll look for varieties. Well, I think this 59 is actually in better shape despite the discoloration than this one. Since this is really only silver value, I may apply a little MS70 to try to get that off to see if indeed this is in better shape than this. And I do believe that the 1964 and 64D that I have in this album can be upgraded with some of the fines, so we'll take care of that. Okay, well, we did upgrade the two from the 64 that is, and we'll see if we can clean up that 51D. Okay, collectors, as you can see, there was a lot of gunk and residue on the quarter. And all we did is remove, and I think it was some PVC or chemical kind of reaction, but we removed it. The coin is in much better condition than one of the album. Now, I would not recommend cleaning coins, but this is not an investment grade coin. This is basically junk silver, and it's just filling up an album, and it is replacing a coin that's in much worse condition than this one. But we were able to remove a lot of whatever was on it. So let me wash this off with water, and we'll take a look at this in comparison with the one in the album. And like I said, I don't recommend doing this on any coin of any numismatic value, but this coin, just is silver value, not a condition collector kind of coin. Okay, well, this is MS70. It is a coin brightener, basically a detergent that is advertised as not scratching or damaging coins. And again, I would never recommend polishing coins. That really destroys their desirability for any collector. But since this basically is a detergent that can remove debris, and yes, I do personally think it's obvious that it's been cleaned up. But as we mentioned, it is going to be replacing this coin in the album, which is very worn. And, in my opinion, this is really only worth silver. But in terms of what I want to put in my albums, I'd rather have something that has more detail than something that's worn in this degree. So we'll replace it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 1964 and 64Ds that we got for any double die varieties. And there we go. And much like we have from before, I really want to replace this. As you can see, we're just trying to get a complete collection. Some that we have are in really nice shape, some are not. Okay, so we're going to be looking for the double die varieties of the 1964 first, and I'll put a picture, actually I'll show a few pictures of the different double die varieties that we're looking for, and we'll see if any of these are one of those varieties. Well, this particular one looks like we have some die deterioration doubling. Not a double die. You know, it kind of gives a little bit of the appearance of doubling. That's just due to die wear. I won't bring you in to look at every single one of them. Thought this one had some nice details, but there's some damage. But, you know, this microscope gets really up close and personal. For those out of Denver, we're going to look at those separately, as they have also a repunched mint mark that we're going to look for. Well, we've been checking for repunched mint marks, and you know what? We're not finding any, but we're also looking for the double die reverse variety on the 64D. No luck either. We'll keep searching. This looks like a repunched mint mark. It looks like there's a D underneath the D mint mark, where it looks like there's one D repunched over the other one. All other facets of the coin look pretty clean, so we may have found a repunched mint mark. All right, well, here it is. And let's wrap this up. All right, well, collectors, thanks for watching. And as always, happy collecting.